Over the past year, AI tools have gotten better at writing code, but they only become truly useful when they get access to real data and systems. That's exactly what MCP, the Model Context Protocol, is for. In this video, I'll show 7 MCP servers that I actually use and that turn AI from a chatbot into a fully-fledged developer assistant. Hi, I'm Nick, and I've been developing software for over 20 years. On this channel, I share my experience, insights, and thoughts about IT. So, the first MCP server I started using a long time ago, and the first one I connect to any AI editor, is Context 7. It provides access to up-to-date documentation for thousands of popular libraries. This way, the AI gets the latest knowledge about all the recent changes in your frameworks and libraries, and it will never use methods or functions that no longer exist. If your project specifies the versions of the libraries being used, Context 7 ensures that your AI works with exactly the features available in the version you're using. I've been using this MCP for almost a year now, since last spring, and I'm extremely satisfied with it. As you can see, this MCP has a separate website with a catalog of all the libraries whose documentation they index. You can quickly check there to see if the library you need is included. But I think it's almost certainly already there. I highly recommend trying it if you haven't used it yet. Okay, let's move on to the second server, the GitHub MCP Server. I think its purpose is already clear from the name. It connects your AI model to GitHub and provides access not only to the code in repositories, but also to all the additional functionality. For example, what I like the most is direct access to a project's issues from my editor through the model. Once you connect this MCP, you can ask your model directly in the editor to fix a bug described in an issue without providing any extra context. The model, or an agent if you're using agents, will fetch all the necessary information directly from the issue description. There's an important security aspect to mention here. This server allows you to specify exactly which parts of GitHub's functionality your model is allowed to access. For example, you can limit it to just code and issues, hiding everything else from your AI. By default, if you don't configure anything explicitly, the AI model will have access to repositories, issues, pull requests, and users. In practice, this is a good starting point. Over time, you'll understand what you're missing, or on the contrary, what you might want to restrict further. The next MCP server I want to highlight is the Slack MCP server. It gives your AI model direct access to a Slack workspace. The main highlight of this server is that it can operate in 2 modes, standard auth and a stealth mode that doesn't require any additional permissions in your workspace at all. This is extremely convenient if you don't want to deal with installing bots or configuring access rights. With this MCP, your model gets access to messages in channels, threads, direct messages, and group chats. And the server is smart. It doesn't just dump everything blindly. It allows flexible filtering of message history by date or count, searching by keywords, and even retrieving user information directly in the context of messages. It's also very convenient that you can use human-readable channel names like general or username instead of opaque IDs. On top of that, there's intelligent caching of users and channels to avoid unnecessary API calls. An important security note: message sending is disabled by default. If you want your AI to be able to post messages to Slack, this must be explicitly enabled via an environment variable, and you can even restrict which channels it's allowed to post to. Alright, let's move on to the next server, the PostgreSQL MCP Server. This MCP server provides access to your PostgreSQL database, but with an important limitation. It works in read-only mode. That makes it a great solution for safe data analysis with AI. The key advantage of this approach is that the model can explore the database schema and run select queries to analyze data, but it physically cannot modify, delete, or insert anything. All queries are executed inside read-only transactions. The server automatically retrieves all information about your database structure, tables, columns, and data types. This allows the AI to understand what data it's working with and write correct SQL queries without your involvement. I often use this server for tasks like analyze statistics for the last month or find anomalies in user data. The AI generates the required SQL query on its own, executes it, and presents me with ready-to-use results. The setup is very straightforward. You just need to provide a standard PostgreSQL connection string during configuration. No complex setup is required. Lately, I've been using a project management system called Linear more and more. By the way, what I like most about it is the desktop client. It's incredibly fast and works without lags or freezes. So, after connecting the Linear MCP server, my AI models can now work with issues, projects, and comments in Linear directly from the editor. This is very similar to the GitHub MCP server that I talked about earlier. With this MCP, you can ask the AI to find relevant tasks, create new issues, update existing ones, or add comments, all without leaving your editor. For example, you can say, create a task based on this bug in the code, and the AI will automatically create an issue in Linear with all the necessary details. I can even ask it to create a new project and generate all the required tasks to implement it. And as you can see, using this MCP, my model created a whole set of tasks directly in Linear. One of the key features of this server is that it uses the modern authenticated remote MCP standard. This means the server is hosted centrally, and you don't need to install anything locally. You just connect via a URL and go through OAuth authentication. The server supports both SSE and streamable HTTP transports, with HTTP being recommended for better reliability. The setup is very simple. In Claude, you just add the integration through settings, and in other editors like Cursor or VS Code, you use npx with the MCP-remote package. The next MCP server that I use quite often and can definitely recommend is the Playwright MCP. This is an official server from Microsoft that gives your AI model the ability to automate a browser using Playwright. The key difference compared to other approaches is that this server uses the accessibility tree instead of screenshots. This means the AI receives structured data about the page, not raw pixels. As a result, this approach is much faster, more lightweight, and more accurate than screenshot-based solutions. You don't even need a vision model. With this MCP, your model can do everything that standard Playwright can do. Click elements, fill out forms, navigate websites, take screenshots, execute JavaScript, work with dialogues, and much more. All of these capabilities are exposed through simple tools with clear, intuitive names. The configuration is very flexible. You can run in headless or headed mode, use a persistent browser profile or isolated context for testing, connect to an already running browser via an extension, configure proxies, and emulate different devices. There are also optional capabilities enabled via the flag, tab management, PDF generation, coordinate-based actions for vision models, and even testing tools that can generate locators and verify elements. It supports all major browsers: Chrome, Firefox, WebKit, and Edge. This makes it ideal for automating repetitive browser tasks, testing, or collecting data from websites. And finally, the last MCP server I'm using today and can confidently recommend is the Brave Search MCP Server. This is a server from the Brave team that integrates the powerful Brave Search API directly into your AI workflow. This server provides a whole set of specialized search tools: standard web search, local search for businesses and places, image search, video search, news search, and even AI-powered summarization of search results. The local search is especially convenient. You can look up restaurants, shops, and offices with full details, including ratings, opening hours, and AI-generated descriptions. For image search, the server returns ready-to-use data immediately, without the need to download images separately. All search queries support advanced filtering by country, language, content freshness, and safety level. You can even use goggles for custom re-ranking of search results. To use it, you'll need a Brave API key. There's a free tier with 2,000 requests per month for basic search, and the Pro plans unlock additional features like local search, AI summarization, and extra snippets. The server also supports Docker, which makes deployment very convenient. These are far from all the useful MCP servers that exist. There are hundreds of them already, and new ones appear every day. I've shown you the ones I personally use on a regular basis and can confidently recommend. I'll leave links to them in the description of this video. Try connecting at least a couple of them and you'll immediately feel how much more effective working with AI becomes. If you have your own favorite MCP servers, share them in the comments. I'd be happy to discover new and interesting solutions. That's all for today. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like if you enjoyed the video. See you soon and take care.